cause they saw. I'm too official, got the drip, I got the sauce. Bring the proof when it's time to tell the truth. I'll be at the corner booth, find me in the corner booth, yeah. Still standing and defiant, slay the competition cause I'm walking like a giant. Bring the proof when it's time to tell the truth. I'll be at the corner booth, find me in the corner booth, corner booth.
I see myself. Kate, I feel like I have not officially said this. I've tiptoed around it. Kate, will you marry me?
Do I have to answer now? Or
no, you have time. You can think about it. You can think about a way to say no without hurting my feelings if you want.
Oh my
lovely.
God.
I'll send you a letter.
Just don't even.
Alright, cool. Thank you. Shit. I'll send you my address later so you can send it to my house.
Yeah, I'm never giving you my address. I don't want you getting that close.
Oh, I know.
Oh, man, that intro never gets old, man.
Classic.
What'd you say?
Want to hear something funny about that?
Has she not talked to you since?
No, I talk to her almost every day. But no, I was talking
Nice.
to Pat the other day, and I mentioned how I was hanging out with the girl this weekend and how she likes yelling at me, calling me on my shit. She's kind of mean to me, and I think I'm going to marry her. Pat's immediate response was, I didn't know Kate was in America.
Okay, so for those of you who are new to the show, Pat is our marketing wizard. He's also one of our co-hosts for the Corner Booth pregame, and he always takes a sabbatical from about February 15th till about August 31st. And I have no problem with it. Pat gives us his service about 16 of the 22 weeks of the NFL season. I'm totally fine with it.
He also gave us his service for a
This
couple
country.
years in Kuwait, so we can't give him too much shit.
Yeah, I can't give him too much shit.
Love that.
Late boys and girls, it is the Corner Booth pregame NFL draft pregame. See what I did there? Just I got really lazy with the title today. Only an hour show today because of course Dan Mater and the boys are kicking it off at 7:30. Me and Kev, of course, are getting on at 10:50 for picks 21 through 25.
Yeah, dude. I have to go to Boston tomorrow morning for a board meeting. That's gonna suck.
Nice.
Hey Kev, I found a new energy drink you should try, and it's a little lower on caffeine, which should definitely help your overindulgence of it. It's called Rowdy. I love them, dude. They're
What is it,
like
200?
Celsius is good too.
160.
Not enough. Not enough.
Dude, I drink like 90 milligrams in the morning, tops.
I drink 90 milligrams during lunch.
That's right. You have a soda with lunch. I forgot about that. Oh boy.
Yeah, I'll have like some days I've had a coffee in the morning, an energy drink with lunch, and then a soda in the afternoon.
Okay,
That's insane.
that's doable.
I should just start doing
I
Coke
shouldn't
like an
talk.
adult.
I shouldn't talk. I used to do pre-workout in the morning, monster with lunch, and then a monster before after work meetings.
That was also bad because I have pre-workout that's 300 milligrams of caffeine. So I'd have like a coffee, an energy drink, a soda, and then 300 milligram pre-workout.
My pre-workout's like 320 milligrams.
Are you still
And then
doing
I start my day. Nitro
what are you Nitro? Yeah, Nitroflex. You're still on that shit. I got off it after they changed the formula. If I don't feel like I'm about to run through a wall like a Looney Tunes cartoon, it ain't worth it for me. Their
That's
OG
fair.
formula back when I was in college, I used to be able to do a full leg day and then go run routes for my roommate who was the starting quarterback for Southern. And I'd be, or at least I think he was like one of the starters, like they rotated. And I literally would like go out there. I'm like, hey, Brian, want me to run routes for you? He goes, you sure? I'm like, dude, I got all this energy. I need to do something.
Hey.
So
That's
yeah, no,
amazing.
I love Nitroflex. The blue raspberry ice is my favorite.
Oh, bro, that's my go-to till this day.
The green apple one with the creatine's not bad either.
Mm.
But like, I feel like workout
just
creatine's a
started-
dangerous combo.
I just started taking creatine for the first time in my life.
How are you liking it?
I like it. It's good. It's
Okay.
fine. I mean, I had to take a couple days off, or I haven't worked out in like a week because I had family shit to deal with, and then I've been sick all week. Not COVID. Tested negative 5 times this week.
Dude,
The
somebody
first,
asked
like-
me because my allergies been kicking my ass. Like I have a little nasally
too,
voice right
bro.
now.
Yeah, the
Bro.
person I was hanging out with this weekend said she was playing a fun game of because apparently the flu's going around too, even though it's almost fucking May. It's like, am
Yeah.
I playing a game of allergies, the flu, or COVID? And she texted me that she lost that game.
I mean, technically, you lose it regardless, but the results get progressively worse and worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye, Jeff.
I'm sorry. I just got your mock draft right now, so
Yeah,
I was excited to see
dude's
that.
dude's on his phone trying to read my mock draft. I'm also trying. This is what happens when I don't have a freaking intern. I got to do everything myself.
Including pour your beer.
Yes, exactly. Oh, boys, Frank Michael Smith, friend of the show, wished us a happy draft day to the
All
fellas.
right.
Shout out to my boy Frank. He is
I
also
should-
Team Apple Music.
Shout out Frank 8.
Let's go.
Team Apple Music, because so he posted on a story today. We gotta talk about this. Jeff, you're Team Apple Music too, right? Like I've sent you albums before, yeah. So I have a real theory. I texted this to Frank, and he agreed with me. He goes, I say, listen, if you have an iPhone and you still have Spotify, unless you have some like masterful playlist, you're a sociopath.
Yeah.
The amount of extra effort it takes to convert all your to get all your music to go through another app is just bewildering to me.
That's why
agree.
I still have Apple Music, because I don't feel like converting my entire library over.
Yeah. Same.
And I listen to the same like 50 songs, so it wouldn't be that much work, but it still is too much work for me.
Send me a playlist, Kev.
Do you like country music?
Of course.
He's getting into it.
Just listen to Tyler Childers and Zach Bryan, and then you can know my mood 99% of the day.
Well, I tried it. He's a big Aldean guy. He's on the training wheels country right now.
Yes.
I'm told him when I'm listening. I'm going to see on Saturday. I'm going to see Whiskey Myers on Saturday, Kev. And I'm like, I was listening to it before, and I had the horns intro and everything else for their new album. What the hell is this? I'm like, Whiskey Myers, baby. Cowboys, guns, and hating the government, man. It's a mood.
Yeah, fair. I mean, I saw a video on Instagram or TikTok a couple weeks ago, and it was this dude going around asking people, who's better, Dan and Shay or Alan Jackson?
I saw that shit. I'm like,
I have never wanted to punch someone in the mouth as much as I did seeing all those dumbasses say Dan and Shay. Don't get me wrong, some Dan and Shay slaps.
I'm a
It's a
fan of
mood
them too.
sometimes.
I'm a fan of them too.
But Alan it's not fair. It's Alan Jackson.
Alan Jackson. I've only listened to about 15 Alan Jackson songs my entire life, and I respect the man who's as a country like legend. Dan
But they're
Shay
all bangers. Do you know when he started his career? How old he was?
I think he was 17?
No, he was like 30.
Oh,
When he first got
I
big.
might have him flipped to somebody else.
He loved playing music, and his wife's like, just go to this audition. He was working as like a bartender or something. And his wife's like, just go to this audition. And he did, and then made it fucking huge. And I think he's still married to the woman.
Wow. As he should be.
Kelsey's
you went
just
to
bitter.
Auburn. What are you talking
I know
about?
Kelsey's a Cowboys fan and an Auburn fan. He's just
Oh
bitter.
God.
True story. One time I text Kelsey because if you're one of my close friends at Belly Up, I make sure I have your number when I need a favor and you need a favor from me. So like McCarthy has my number, Andrew LeDuc has my number. These two jabronis next to me, they of course like are in my nine pin text messages. And then of course I give my number to Kelsey. This dude calls me, and then me and him go on a complaining and bitching session about life for 25 minutes. It's freezing outside my house, and this motherfucker's in, I don't even know where the hell he's living right now. And I'm like, dude, I am freezing. My phone's at 2%. I'm going inside. I'll call you later.
Yeah, I think 3 active people at Belly Up have my number, who are like part of Belly Up. Like they do shit.
I never said it was your fault, bro. I never did. I just said this is what happened. Me and you started complaining about shit for like an hour.
Jared, it's you, Mike, and who was the third? There was a third.
Me.
I wasn't counting you.
Well, Jeff's Belly Up adjacent.
Who the fuck was the
Sure.
third? I did have a third.
Doesn't Blaine have your number?
No.
Zach Mack?
Zach Mack, thank you. Yes.
Yeah, Zach Mack is
Zach
everyone's
Mack was
number.
the third. Yeah,
I'll-
because he
I'll
had
go
to
through
text me pictures of a Memphis game he went to a couple years ago for so I could post on Twitter. So that's why he has my number.
Let's see. I have Mike, Blaine, you, Andrew McCarthy,
Kelsey.
Kelsey, Shannon.
She's not with Pelly Hub as much.
I know. It's sad. Let's see what else. Kelsey, yes, Kelsey.
Probably
who else?
some of the craft brew guys.
Oh, all of them. I have all three of their numbers. We're in a group chat where basically we yell at Mookie for getting.
What the fuck? I want to be in this group chat.
It's not much of a group chat. It's me. It's Mike yelling at me for trying to steal his co-hosts.
I don't care. I want to be in there. I want to yell at Mookie. You shitting me? Dude is like 18 followers. By the way, anyone watching this,
He's
go
the official
follow-
mascot of the Houston Gamblers. Don't believe me?
Everyone go
Put them
follow
side by
Mookie's
side.
Mad Everyone go follow Mookie's Mad Money on Twitter. He only has 18 followers.
It's hurtful.
Sheesh.
My boy,
I'll go follow
listen, Mookie, if you put Mookie's face next to the Houston Gamblers mascot, they're the same person.
Who is this?
It
guy?
is literally it is Mookie.
It is
How?
Mookie.
How? Kelsey, they literally saw a random picture of Mookie on Facebook somehow, and that's the mascot. They literally slapped the cowboy hat on him.
Wow.
I'm telling you, literally, I call them the Houston Mookies. I don't actually call them the Houston Gamblers.
Also, I don't know if he's been on Twitter since April 2nd.
The thing is, I don't think
it's within this month.
he's worse than me with the tweeting. I swear.
Yeah, no, he is. I tweeted. I didn't tweet that much today, actually.
Oh, my last tweet was when I called out the Diamondbacks for not swinging at first pitch strikes, and ever since then, I think they have a winning record.
Yes.
I tweeted 4 times today, not counting retweets. Can you guess how many of those are about the Emergency Economy Stabilization Act of 2008?
2.
It was 3.
Wow. Okay.
I
That's on
tweeted
shit today.
3 times about that act.
See, Kevin, I love you dearly, buddy, but when you start talking politics, my eyes glaze over. It's not you. I just hate politics on Twitter in general.
Yeah.
I literally, anyone I saw on my
crazy.
timeline who complained about student loan debt being forgiven, I just retweeted, said, how do you feel about the Economy Stabilization Act or Emergency Economy Stabilization Act of 2008?
See,
And then Mitt Romney, and they were, TARPs was the something risk something. And I said, reminder, Mitt Romney supported this, so what the fuck is he talking about?
At this point, when I look at everything from like, I hate this view, I really do. This one's better. Everything
my green screen looked better the other one.
I'm just kidding. It looks because like Kevin's got half a green screen, I got half a shelf over here.
Yeah, this looks good.
Yeah,
We're good like this.
it only looks
Sandwiched
like
in
shit
the middle of us.
when we have to do corner booth dartboard.
Well,
Which
then
is
you
at
can
the end of
change
the
it
show.
for that.
Well, we have time for that today.
Yeah, you can change it for that and then change it.
Yeah. So make sure, boys, you have somebody put on the dartboard, Ben. Jeff, you could put the entire Brooklyn Nets or just Ben Simmons on that if you want to. So I know you're still
Sure.
What? You're a Nets fan?
Yes, I am.
I forgot. I Jeff, I'm sorry. I forgot Kevin was coming on.
How could you forget that?
I know I couldn't forget. It was kind of like I texted Kevin that Savannah may or may not have had one too many
Good segue
cocktails
though.
already.
Good segue though.
You know, it was a good segue. I mean, listen, my team, my best player started going like this to the Memphis crowd, and then the dickhead kicks a ball off his knee and needs Anthony Edwards to hit a Kobe Bryant shot to keep us alive.
I'm sorry.
Bro.
Cat is becoming one of my least favorite NBA.
He is too to me. I'm starting to hate this man more and more because
I'm the greatest big man shooter of all time. No,
I
you're
know.
fucking
Okay, listen,
not,
he's
Cat.
he's probably the best 7-foot 3-point shooter
Yeah.
of all time,
Yes.
or close to it. But listen, like, dude, shut the
agree.
F up. Just play ball. If you're gonna
Bro,
talk shit.
Pat Bev is like taking him under the wing, bro. If you can see,
No,
like
listen,
he hasn't
but
talked
Pat
shit
Bev has
up
a
until this
brand to
season.
stick to, and Pat Bev is good what Pat Bev does.
Yes.
Listen, Cat's not a shit talker. Cat is gonna blow by your center and throw one down or hit a 3 in your face.
Or
And also-
bitch and moan that you're being too mean to him.
Exactly.
Like,
Stop complaining about the calls. Leave that to Pat Bev and Chris Finch. Do you see D'Lo or Anthony Edwards complaining? No, they're laughing and they move on. Like, listen, this is why.
I also
D'Lo does complain though. Even when he was in Brooklyn, he complained a lot.
well,
Yeah,
but
now
probably
you
moving.
watch these games now. He barely says 2 words to the ref and keeps moving because he knows it's not going to work.
Cat's also the kind of guy. If he talks shit to me, I would just laugh. Like I don't find him intimidating, even though he's 7 feet tall. He has like a foot half of me. I would not.
Shoot, I don't know what to tell you.
I would not. I could say something mean to him, and he'd probably go crying. Not to his mom.
I texted this to Jeff after the game the other night, and I said, "Listen, after what I watched today, I firmly believe Anthony Edwards will be the alpha dog and the leader and the best player in Minnesota by the end of next year." Because
I will 3,000% buy alpha dog and leader. Best. I still think Cat's a good player. I believe in Anthony Edwards' development. I think it might take until the season after, like midway through the season after, to be the clear-cut best player.
Kelsey's on point here. Like, listen, I know he can shoot threes, but like, dude, like when I have 5 guys on the perimeter and nobody's getting to the basket against the team that didn't have Jaren Jackson Jr. on the floor for the last 10 minutes of the game, that's not good. And the thing is also, it's like with Edwards, I love Edwards for 3 reasons. One, he has no fear. That kid will do a step back crossover jumper in your face, and then if he hits it, he's letting you know. If he doesn't, he's just like, fuck it, I'll just take another one. I don't care. And he has no fear of attacking the basket, and he's built like a fucking linebacker, which most of these new guys, they're not like built right. Like this dude is proportionally built, and he doesn't look like a defensive end, Zion, trying to attack the basket. So I actually am not as worried about his health as I would be like a Zion Williamson or something like that. But like everything about Edwards gets me excited. Kev, do you remember our boy Joey used to work for Belly Up back during the pandemic?
Yeah.
His last text I ever got from him was the night of the draft. We were recording this show, and he said, dude, Anthony Edwards is going to be a stud. He might be the savior of Minnesota. And I'm like, okay, I'll believe when I see it. And I'm like, okay, this dude's Pat Bev is actually it might be the savior of Minnesota's basketball, and A-Rod too. Sorry,
which is a wild statement to make.
Yeah,
I know. Well, no,
Pat Bev is the savior.
Pat Bev is the culture change. Okay, Pat Bev is a culture guy. That's the thing. It's like listen, Minnesota had a bunch of dudes who like. Minnesota was a bunch of soft guys. Literally, it was a bunch of good role players and 2 soft superstars and a rookie who has a lot of potential. But here's the thing. There was no connection. Chris Finch is a great coach. Also an Eagles fan, by the way. He's from Pennsylvania. Southeast PA, by the way. I think he's from the same county as Mark, by the way, Kevin.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Anyway, I was waiting for a response. You're just staring at me like I'm from fucking Mars. So then,
okay, cool.
I say, and then apparently Pat Bev literally after I think they lost by like 30 to like it might have been the Bulls. Not Bulls. It might have been like the Pelicans or some team that like like one of those like mid-range teams like they were. He apparently just yelled at everybody in the locker room, was like, "What is your role in this team?" And went down the line. And ever since, I think their record was like. I think they only lost like 15, 20 games the rest of the season. So it was very early. It was in like November, December. That's when they turned it around. But like, listen, I think Pat Bev's the culture guy they needed. And the fact that we got him for 2 more years, awesome. Everyone on that team's locked. Everything on that team is locked up for another 3 years, except for Jared Vanderbilt. They got to pay next year, I think. But he's been great. I love his 3 and his rebounding and kind of just clean up the boards. He's like a more athletic, less injury-prone Tyrese Gibson. Or not Tyrese Gibson, Taj Gibson. I flipped the actor and the basketball player. But on to the Nets and Celtics, we have to talk about it. I think the Nets' biggest problem is, one, Kyrie's a fucking head case. Let's get that out of the way now. But KD is I think the greatest scorer of our generation. Obviously, that's like, the problem is y'all couldn't play defense, and you're going up against the best defensive team I've seen since like the 07 Spurs.
It's not that we couldn't play defense. We definitely showed that we could play defense a lot of the first half of the games. It's just the second half, like Nash did an atrocious job setting adjustments. And even in the regular season itself, we had a lot of games where we had a huge lead going into the third quarter, fourth quarter, but we would lose because Nash doesn't know how to make adjustments to finish the game.
My
Fair.
favorite part of that sweep might be Kyrie. I think it was after game 3. Like, oh, the Celtics have had all season to like mesh and gel and get used to playing each other. We haven't had that this year. Yeah, Kyrie, why didn't you have that?
Yeah.
Who
Nash said the
who
same thing
missed
too.
half the games because of a political stance they decided to take? Who was that? Was it Kevin Durant?
I mean, that's just that whole fucking the way New York ran that shit was weird.
Very weird.
I don't blame Kyrie necessarily, but it's ridiculous to say like, oh, we just couldn't we didn't have all season to like mesh.
Also,
when he's the reason.
Also, I gotta throw another one. It's like out of all the people you could have gotten to replace James Harden, you go after Ben Glass Bones Simmons. Oh, I'm sorry, Glass Ego Simmons. Sorry.
Ben Simmons, he tried to practice and then had a sore back. Dude, it's fucking game 4 and you're about to get swept.
Yeah.
He probably could have helped them because he can play defense.
A sore back. The other thing was I listened to McAfee today. I was while I was working. And I'm like, and he goes, "We're living in." I think he had Shams on or one of the NBA guys. He's boys
Shams.
with.
He's huge friends with Shams.
Yeah, I think it was Shams, and they were talking about it. Or no, it was the game. It was the odds maker for FanDuel was on their show, the head odds maker, and they were talking about the Nets and Celtics somehow, and it just came up how like we're living in a world where Tiger Woods almost loses his leg, has his spine fused, and is told he shouldn't play golf ever again, and competes in the Masters, and in less than 12 months, and Ben Simmons has a sore back and hasn't played since June of 2021.
Yeah, he said it's a mental thing.
Yeah, he had
we all know he's a basket case. Why are you listen? Kendall, aka the best NBA GM of all time, dumps your ass. You know, I'm starting to think maybe not the guy she dated. It's the fact that because D-Book's doing okay, he's doing fine, and he's been dating her for almost 2 years now. I don't think it's Jenner. I think it's the fact that she just attracted the crazy NBA players, and the crazy came out when she left.
Like Blake Griffin and who else? She has a whole roster of NBA players.
Blake's play style was going to get him hurt. We knew Blake's play style was not long. Like that, it was so reckless and so aggressive for his size.
Mm-hmm.
Once he hit 30, unless he changed his game, he was done. So,
which he did a pretty good job of, honestly.
Yeah.
But like Jordan Clarkson, I mean, he's doing okay now.
I forgot she dated Jordan Clarkson.
But he's on a small market. He's not on the Lakers anymore, so nobody talks about him.
Yeah.
And then, then you got the clown, Ben Simmons, dude dressing like a circus clown with those outfits, man.
Yeah. Some of them are very sus, I'm not going to lie. But all in all, Kev, we get a healthy roster come next season. I hope we see y'all again. Because we had y'all last season.
Roster.
We had y'all last season. We beat you guys 4 games, right? It was like 4-1. And then obviously you guys beat us in 4 games this season. So I hope to see you guys.
Here's the thing, y'all aren't going to have a healthy roster. Ben Simmons either isn't going to be healthy or he's going to be gone because
I think we're considering on trading him, but Joe Harris was huge for us in that
for a bag of
series.
chips.
I was thinking to myself I would love for the Nets to move on from him, but it's who's going to take him?
Jazz, they have enough cap.
Or
I don't think
you could go get. Oh, listen, go get Marvin Bagley and Harrison Barnes. There you go. Send him out send him out to Sacramento. Let him go out to Diet and Pasture.
The Jazz can get more for Rudy Gobert, so I don't think that's going to happen. Also, y'all need.
Well, we got picks as well too. We got a lot of trade value, because I know we have our first rounds and we got Sixers first round as well too that we got from the Seth Curry, Drummond, Simmons trade as well. So
I forgot
it's going to be an interesting offseason to say the least.
Gotta love how wild and wacky the NBA is.
Yes.
Oh my
It's like a soap opera.
Oh, yeah. I also want to bring something up.
Okay.
I was right. I was spot on with my assessment of Herb Jones.
Yeah.
I just want to mention that. I want to bring it up. I said he would be a great defender out the gates, partially because he's 22. And his scoring would eventually come along. His scoring's fine, and he's a great defender out the gate. So, and they're in the playoffs, and they're doing well. So I just want to point out that I was right.
All right. I want to talk about something quick because then we talked a little NBA. Dude, guys, there's been nothing today. No headlines in the NFL. There's been like, oh, a team might move up. A team wants to move back. A trade might not be dead. But there's no big headline for the first time in like every year there's been a big kind of story that's kind of broke before the draft. Either a scandal involving a player or a guy demanding to be traded last minute or a big trade. It's way too quiet right now.
Well, I think
agree.
part of that also is this has been a fucking insane offseason.
True.
Yeah.
So they're like, we're going to take a breather. But also one GM said that this is about to be the most uncertainty in a draft that we've seen in the past 30 years.
Wow.
Like, I saw one mock draft today, and I know this is total fan bias knowing this kid. He was like, oh, Patriots are getting Jameson Williams at 22. I'm like, yeah, when pigs fly, there's like 7 teams. Won't let them get past 17.
Yeah, I was hoping for that earlier on in the draft process, that the injury would make him fall. But in the last couple weeks, they'd be like, no, that's not fucking happening.
Yeah, we like teams may not get him until the beginning of October, but they're like, we don't care. This kid, his pro comp is a taller and a more physical Deshaun Jackson. That's scary.
That is scary. It's a big ceiling.
I just want
Mechie in the second round. That's all I want.
Oh, I would love for you guys to get Mechie. That's a match made in heaven. The other one I love for you guys is Charleston Rambo, but I know you're not the biggest Rambo guy.
I don't hate him. I don't love him. I would rather get Mechie in the second than Rambo in the fourth. But
yeah, I feel like Rambo is kind of like how the Vikings got KJ Osborne. Ironically, another Miami transfer, like 5th-year transfer, but like similar skill sets, similar 40s, similar body size, but are just good at everything. They're not great at anything, but they're good at everything. Where it's like you can have them run every route on the field and they'll be usable as a number 2 or number 3 receiver. Also, KJ Osborne's kind of the reason why I'm thinking the Vikings may not draft a receiver in this round. Because he played well enough where they're like, unless we're getting like Debo, do we really waste a first-round pick? We have so many other holes.
Why would they?
Yeah, most
who
definitely.
thinks they're going to take a receiver in the first?
I don't know. So I think it was Bucky Brooks was the last one I saw having. But also, can I say this? I've looked at 15 to 20 different mock drafts in the last maybe 48 hours.
God damn.
I know. I'm losing my fucking mind. Okay. And I've seen everything from the Vikings. So the 3 teams that make no fucking sense are my Philadelphia Eagles, the Washington Commanders. We are Commanders. Bump it up. I have to say it once a show. I made a contract with myself. And then the Minnesota Vikings. Oh, and the Atlanta Falcons. I'll add them. I have no idea what those 4 teams are fucking doing. And it scares me because it's like our intro. When Charlie Day yells, wild card, bitches, it's like, it's going to be like the Cincinnati Bengals last year where, Kevin, you and me were looking at each other on camera. We're like, oh, this is just a monkey wrench in the whole fucking system. This is going to fuck everything up.
Yeah. I think I know where those teams are probably going to go.
I think Philly will go receiver 1, corner 2nd, unless they can get us, unless Thibodeau or Sauce, who are the 2 guys that Howie loves apparently.
Well, Sauce is a corner. Oh,
I know. Well, no.
Yeah.
I know.
No, I was wrong.
So Sauce Gardner, like if they take Stingley, if Stingley goes first out of the corners and Sauce starts slipping to like 7, 8, 9, and the Eagles like okay, we're trading 5 slots. Because that's like a guy Howie apparently has him really high on his board. The other one apparently that they've really high on their board is Thibodeau, because they can have BG get his head, BG and Josh Sweat kind of take him under his wing a little bit, so the dude like works on his craft a little bit. Because the last raw DN they drafted was named Brandon Graham, and I think he made one of the biggest plays in Super Bowl history, or one of the biggest plays in Super Bowl history. So
I think
like
Jackson was bigger.
I mean, a team's first Super Bowl versus a team's like 5th. I mean, or 6th. Sorry, but You got
are-
listen, buddy. I love you. Like the Eagles Super Bowl was like for this. Like that was just.
It was also our fourth. by
Which
the way.
one? Which one?
Oh, that was. You mean? Don't you mean Malcolm Butler?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry.
I was like J.C. Jackson, bro. I think he was a rookie in
No.
18.
No, I meant Malcolm Butler.
Yeah, Malcolm Butler's is warranted. That is a better play than Brandon Graham's. I will fully admit that. But
Yeah.
But like, I think it's better than I think it was a better play than the freaking Philly special. Even though the Philly special had me fucking
No.
jumping.
Yeah, no. I wouldn't put that over the Phillies.
I mean,
special.
if anything, they're both
Come on.
top three. Helmet
I put the
catches
Phillies
up
special
there.
top 2, and I'm a Giants fan.
Helmet catches up there, kid. The
Yeah.
Manningham catch was just a great catch. Can we just relax
Yeah.
on that? It was a beautiful ball, and it was a great catch. Like that's what it was. It was the Santonio Holmes catch was insane. Because that Ben misses that throw 99 times out of 100.
So you say that Eli makes that throw 99 times?
No. The only guy who might make that throw is a fucking laser guided robot. Like shit. Ben just hit the perfect angle with it. It's like, what do you want me to fucking say? Sometimes in football, you make a throw that shouldn't happen.
Okay.
That's
Like
what it
the
is.
helmet
So I mean, but yeah, no, I honestly think I don't buy Eagles trading up. I think they're spreading these rumors to see if somebody will bite.
Mm-hmm.
I also think somehow in that trade block, Rager will get dropped in there. It's like, hey, instead of a late round pick, here's a disgruntled receiver nobody wants.
Oh man.
Listen, I guarantee you it's going to be an Aguilar thing where he gets to another team and just starts putting up numbers.
The two dumbest mock drafts I saw, both by the same person, had the Eagles trading Jalen Hurts for Carson Wentz and a bunch of picks.
Oh God.
Who did this one?
I'll give you
Where?
3 guesses. You don't have to say their name.
Do they work for Belly of Sports?
Not anymore. And then Jalen Rieger for a 2nd round pick.
Okay, so they don't work for Belly of Sports anymore. That narrows down the morons, and I will definitely say their name on air because I love starting beef.
Nope. He was one of the ones who left nicely.
Oh. Kev, just put
enough.
in the private chat.
Yeah. Also, I'm surprised you can't fucking figure it out.
It's because my
Hates
first...
Jalen Hurts.
Oh yeah,
Wants to
never mind.
literally make love to Carson Wentz.
Oh yeah, he was worse. He was worse
Yeah.
than me. I forgot about this kid. Oh my god. Oh
Worse
man.
than you.
Just I think I know who it is. Kevin, just put in the chat because I think I know who it is, but if it's who... But yeah, no, I just the dumbest one I saw was Joel Klatt. He had the
Yeah,
that's what I thought it was. I don't know how to spell his name either. I just called him I just used his first initial.
There we go. Yeah, Joel Klatt's an idiot. So I don't know.
Joel
I don't know why
Klatt is
you're
a great
surprised.
commentator.
No, he's not.
Him and Gus Johnson are fucking electric. I'm sorry. I love that combo.
Yeah, Joel Klatt has the biggest anti-SEC bias I've ever seen.
Yeah, I know.
To this day, he probably thinks Joe Burrow was a terrible pick.
Yeah, well, also, then again, I've also heard dumber picks on the show by other commentators we've had on. So, well, okay, so Jeff, I'm going to ask you this question because I texted Kevin this yesterday. So, our boy Cruz, you met him before, great guy, nice guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
He tweeted out just sleeping, waiting for the Saints to draft Jamison Williams, and Kevin, being the sick bastard he is, goes, until Howie Roseman snakes you guys with the pick before, like he did to the Giants the year before. I don't know if he added that last part, but that was the vibe I got.
No,
in my
I
head.
just said the meanest thing he's ever done is giving the Saints the 16th overall pick just to take Williams 15.
Yeah, I mean, then again, he did the same. Him and the Cowboys did the same thing to the Giants the year before. That's the vibes I got. Howie's just vindictive. That's
So you're gonna bring that up? Oh, so the Saints might do a reverse then. They might do to the Eagles what the Eagles did to the Giants. They might trade up to 14.
Hey, you know what? Fuck it. Honestly, at that point. So here's the thing about it. It's weird, right? So my boss was asking me. He goes, "Okay, you want a receiver first pick?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Who do you want?" I'm like, "Well, I know the rumors are getting shot down just because they're working out together. I would love it to happen, but I would love us to make a move for AJ Brown. If we can't, fine, fuck it, whatever. I know it's a pie in the sky dream, but then it's Jameson Williams." But then it's Garrett Wilson and Treylon Burks, who are both going to be possibly there if Jameson Williams is off the board at 14. And I'm like, Burks, my pro comp to him is a very raw Des Bryant. I'm okay with that. I really am. I would him in the Eagles system be great. Same thing with Garrett Wilson. Would love it. Or we go get like a Christian Watson in the second round. That's fine too. The thing is with this receiver draft, there's no like, yeah, there's like the 5 really great ones, but the ones below, it's not like a drop from like CeeDee Lamb to Jalen Reagor. Okay, it's more like a little less. It's more like Mike Evans to Odell Beckham. I'm not saying that talent, but I'm saying the difference between their talent.
Well, just because the Eagles fucked up their pick, let's not say.
I don't want to talk about
Reagor,
2020.
Like there were receivers.
I was not
after
sober by pick 5. Okay,
there were picks after him that were very good.
Yeah, I know. Okay, listen.
Watch you guys take
George fucking Pickens. Claypool at 21. Okay, like shit.
Watch you guys take George Pickens in the first round.
Oh my god, no! Don't say that shit. Don't say that shit. I don't mind taking him in the second round because that's good value.
Kev, as a BIM boy,
away from my team as possible.
As a BIM boy yourself, you can agree that Neal is going to be the first, player from Alabama drafted, correct?
Most likely, yeah.
So who do you think he goes to?
Who should he go to, or who does he go to?
I think he goes to the
Both.
G-Men.
Oh.
I think it was the G-Men. I think they're going to take him over Icky. I think they're going to want to I think they want to kind of build off what they got last year.
I think Icky's a better pass blocker, so I think they might prefer him because they don't fucking trust Danny Dimes.
Yeah,
so they're keeping Saquon. They might want to commit to the run, though, with Dable. I'm not even sure.
We're looking at Charlie Cross as well.
Dude, if they take Cross first, I'm going to just throw my board
No,
up
not
in
first.
there.
We're not
I love Cross, but Cross is the freak athlete, but the other two guys do the things he's good at better.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm like, he's my third tackle. I think Cross to Seattle is where he goes.
Ooh, okay.
I think Seattle might take a quarterback.
Yeah, I you know what? It's weird. Like, the problem is, okay, for this draft, right? Every team, you're just like, oh, they can take a quarterback, but it's like they have this need. And it's like, so with the Giants at 5, the fact that they didn't pick up Danny Dimes' option, they could easily throw a wild card and take Sam Howell at 10, and I would not be surprised. Okay,
here's what every team needs to do. All right, every team that thinks they need a quarterback in this draft, I'm gonna lay it out the plan. If you have other needs, fill that other need first.
Facts.
Go through all 7 rounds, sign Tim Tebow to be your quarterback, go 0-17, and then take Bryce Young or CJ Stroud next year, whichever you prefer.
Or even wait to the second round to go get JT Daniels.
Yeah, just do fucking something besides pick a quarterback in this class, unless you have an incumbent starter who's nearing the end or a stopgap guy and you take Malik Willis.
So, you know what the crazy thing? You guys heard about these Falcons Jordan Love rumors today, right?
Yeah.
Because Charles Davis was on McAfee, and I was listening to him. I'm like, he goes, listen, the guys are having him. The rumors are getting up because I think it was like 85% or higher of the draft boards have Jordan Love still ranked higher than every single quarterback in this list, and he's only got 2 years left on his deal. So, if I am like the Falcons, it's like, okay, we have Mariota for 2 years. If Jordan Love's fucking terrible in camp, oh my god, we just go draft. We're gonna be terrible anyways. Go draft another quarterback next year. But it's like, do they really want to? It's a weird draft. It's like you want to take that risk of losing a top pick like that. But what are they gonna get at 8 or 9? Are they just gonna get like Jermaine Johnson or fucking Thibodeau? It's like, are really either of them generational pass rushers? We don't know. It's so odd. This draft, everything is like all the prop bets and shit. I'm staying away from them. I don't want to touch a fucking bet on this draft.
Neither.
The only one I would bet on is I wish I would have told myself this about 6 months ago. Is just bet on if you bet on Trayvon Walker to be the number 1 pick back in September, you would have I think you would have walked away with a couple $1,000 off like a $50 bet. So on Monday night into Tuesday or Sunday into Monday, Aiden Hutchinson was still the favorite. I think it was like plus 100. According to FanDuel, I'm not sure DraftKings, their odds are always off by a couple, like it was 10 or 20 points, whatever. Overnight, Kayvon Thibodeau was like minus like 110 or 130, and Hutchinson was up to plus 150 or something like that.
Yeah, I seen that.
It was such a huge swing, and I was like, and the guy, the head odds maker for FanDuel was like, yeah, it's really weird. It's like we had to change it because we saw a bunch of like guys just start throwing more and more money down on Walker. And I'm like, yeah, there's also the rumors that Trent Baalke loves like those freak athlete guys like a la Alden Smith, who he took while he was in San Francisco. But the other thing is like, it's also like the Jags would totally do that. And, you know,
Yeah, because it'd be a fucking
you
terrible
guys have
pick.
both heard my opinion on Hayden Hutchinson. I'm like, he's going to be okay. But it's like, he's going to be a good, solid pro. But it's like Walker's ceiling is 1,000 times higher. It's like, I don't know.
Okay.
I think the Jags need to go offensive line with one.
I do
Me
too,
too.
but they're not going to.
You took a number one pick on a generational talent at quarterback. He was not very good because your team around him was garbage. You go and spend $84 million on Christian Kirk. At least fucking protect him. protect your quarterback.
I think
and the
Dougie P is
Lions-
definitely going to go lineman.
And the Lions need some fucking stability on that team.
Yes.
They need, if they take the second overall pick and they take Aiden Hutchinson and he's a fine pro. He makes a couple of Pro Bowls. Maybe
He's a Michigan boy.
Hometown hero.
Maybe comes close to leading the league in sacks a year or two. You know, you can look at that and go, yeah, they might have been able to get a better player, but it's not the worst Lions pick we've ever seen.
Oh, no. That would be Charles Rogers.
Yeah, they just need some fucking consistency. That's all the Lions need at this point.
I can see
My
Aiden having
biggest
like
thing
maybe
is
like a
that-
Sue type of ceiling with Detroit, in a way.
I think Sue was probably a little better, a little more dominant at his peak, but yeah, I'd say career-wise, yeah, about the same.
Oh, I can't even. It sucks. You can't even bet on the draft through DraftKings. This sucks. I was trying to see, like, I was gonna put money on a tackle getting picked first, because
Ooh.
I'm thinking Doug Peterson and what Doug Peterson's about, and everyone's forgetting that man. That man wears a visor. He is a wild card of a human.
Yes, he is.
Okay, and the fact is, Kevin hit a string in my head. I was like, a Doug Peterson pick is not going to make sense except to Doug Peterson and his GM. And
Derek Stigley, number 1 overall.
there you go. No, I'm kidding. No, they're gonna take fucking they're gonna just throw a complete monkey wrench in it and take fucking like Garrett Wilson, number 1 overall or some shit. No. My biggest thing with Doug is an offensive line first guy.
Yes.
He's a former quarterback. He saw what a good O-lineman did for his team when he won in 2017. Those boys kept Nick Foles upright and also had 3 running backs all rush for over 450 yards, which is, for a 3-man running back combo, that's not bad. I think Ajayi had 7-something, Blunt had 7-something, and I think, man, it wasn't Sproles. It was, Clement had like, I think 800 all-purpose yards or something like that. So it was a really good running backfield. And along with their plug and play offense, it was effective. They put up 41 points on the defending champs, defending champs. So my thing is with Peterson, it's such a Doug move to chuck a monkey wrench in this and just take Icky first overall or Evan Neal. I could totally see them doing that.
Mm. Okay.
I want to
Just
say
Evan
if he
Neal,
takes
though.
Icky, that's a terrible pick.
Yeah.
In terms of value and if you're going offensive line, I think Evan Neal's the most valuable because, again, Icky might have a higher ceiling. I've read some things saying that. Evan Neal is a plug-and-play guy day one.
Yes.
But also,
Yes.
it's not the worst draft pick that the Jaguars have made in the past 2 years. That would be taking Travis Etienne after you had James Robinson go off for a year.
Yeah.
Well, again, I think the Urban Meyer year just lives in infamy for Jacksonville itself.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Fair.
Right.
But Dougie P is going to turn things around, though.
There's this Instagram account I follow, Sports Right. It's like Clay Cole, The Onion, and it just does sports headlines. Hear us out. A horny Jaguars coach who also wins games. I'd be all for that. If Urban was sitting at like an 8-3 record when that happened, no one would care. It would become the greatest meme on the internet.
It become like a barstool like legend thing, like, right?
Yeah.
The Jags might start selling shirts of him just grinding up on a Super Bowl trophy if he had won the Super Bowl that year.
Bro.
Okay, there we go. So we're reaching the 5-minute mark here, or actually, no, the 15-minute mark here. First of all, coming up next, we have the Belly Up Sports Draft Special hosted by our own Dan Mater. Over 50 guests across Belly Up Sports and all of our friends and affiliates and everything else. And, of course, that is coming up right after this at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. This next segment is brought to you by our great friends. And I just deleted the fucking banner. God damn it. All right. It's brought to you by our great friends at yeetsofficial.com. Promo code Corner Booth for 10% off. All three of these fine gentlemen you see on the screen all have at least one pair. Some of us have multiple.
I ordered 2 new pairs today.
Nice. I have to order Pet Frank's pair, and I'm trying to duck that conversation. I just keep forgetting. It was kind of a gift for him coming on my show last minute to help me out. I will say this. They are Jared-proof sunglasses, and they are Saban-proof sunglasses. Kevin approved. I don't know if they're ghost-proof yet. He doesn't eat things. He just likes to break things for fun because he's a sick, sadistic cat. Either way, love him to death. He's passed out currently on the couch across the room from me. So, Corner Booth, promo code, yeetsofficial.com, official sponsor of the Corner Booth Dartboard. I'm not going to delete this damn banner. Here we go. So, Corner Booth Dartboard, you get 4 minutes on the clock because we got to make sure we get out of here on time. Jeffrey, you are, of course, the first on the board. Who is going right here for you today?
Evan Neal.
Evan Neal. Why are you hating on Evan Neal? Why don't you want Evan Neal?
Oh, I thought you meant like.
Oh, no. This is not a good thing, okay?
Someone you hate.
Yeah.
Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum.
Hey, he's
Explain
a good
yourself.
Kevin Durant and Kyrie. That's all I can say. He's a good father.
Yes.
Jesus Christmas. Explain yourself. Why is for the obvious of just, taking your boys to school.
Yes. I mean, obviously he's been developed very well in the Celtic system. And just, in moments I thought that he was just going to remain cold throughout the game. I don't know. The bear got poked several times and he answered every single time. So much different Jason Tatum this season than it was last season when we played the Celtics in the playoffs.
Yeah, because he's grown like 2 inches since then and put on 50 pounds.
All right. Kevin, who's in your dartboard?
I want to say the girl that I'm friends with for almost giving me COVID, but not going on a date with me, and I can't get a disease the fun way. But I'm going to go with Mark Emmert.
Okay.
Because fuck that guy. He
Yeah.
ruined college football, but he's stepping down in 2 years, or in a year. He announced he's retiring either when they find a replacement or like June 2023, whichever comes first.
Ding dong, the witch is dead.
But I don't want to see people go, well, he wasn't that. Yes, he fucking was. He was terrible.
He was the worst.
Horrible.
He makes Roger Goodell not look evil.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That's scary.
At least Roger Goodell pays his players.
The center of my dartboard, one is the ref who missed John Morant shove Patrick Beverley out of bounds. If that led to a 10-0 run by the Grizzlies, which basically evaporated Minnesota's lead. But the center of my dartboard today is the 7-footer who's the self-described best big man of all time for shooting threes. This man is dating Jordan Woods, who famously pissed off the Kardashian family. This man also is one of the better scoring big men I've ever, at least in my adult life, have seen. The problem is this man is trying to be something he's not. Kat, I love you. You're a fellow Birds fan. You're a fellow Jerseyite. At least my mother is, not me. I lucky enough did not have to get born in New Jersey. But my roots are from New Jersey. I will say this, buddy. You were like, when you got drafted, when we took you over Jahlil Okafor, I was the happiest man alive. But I will say this, dude, shut your fucking mouth. Stop with the fucking things to the Memphis crowd. Them talking to you and you complaining about the calls is making you look like a bigger bitch than usual. Don't make Jimmy Butler even more right than he already is.
Mm.
But a big shout out to Mr. Anthony Edwards for showing us how real men play ball. Jordan McLaughlin, instead of, giving it to Cat and watch him kick it off his knee again when the game mattered, he hands it to Edwards. Edwards is a fadeaway 3 in the corner. And basically, if it wasn't for him being overly aggressive, trying to steal the ball and be Superman, that game might have gone to overtime, may have gone a different direction. But you know what? I give Anthony Edwards all the credit in the world. But Cat, dude, shut your mouth. Just score baskets, be a rim protector, and be a silent leader. Let Pat Bev and Chris Finch chirp, and you shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. It's getting to the point where I'm like, dude, every time you open your fucking mouth, we lose. Just shut up. I need KG. Because he apparently, him and Cat are boys, according to the two of them. Where the fuck is KG on the sideline yelling at Cat to shut the fuck up? Well, where is Cat Sr.? Instead of doing interviews with John Morant's
His dad,
usher
yeah.
doppelganger father,
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
how about him telling his boy to shut the fuck up? Because listen, I love the kid. He's one of the most talented big men in the league. But here's the problem. Dude, you put a target on your back and then you kick the ball off your knee when if you hit that basket, they have to start fouling and shoot free throws. But instead, no, it allows John Morant to come down the floor and hit a 3. And oh no. Oh, here come the Grizzlies again. Instead of us going into Minnesota with a 3-2 lead, knocking off the number 2 seed Grizzlies, we now have to win 2 straight to win this series.
You should be
Should've learned the
3-1.
first time, dummy. That's corner with dartboard. My legs are going numb. That's one heavy piece of fucking plywood. Oh my god. All right, boys, we got about 7.5 minutes. Oh, Kevin, who is your dream scenario for your Patriots tonight?
Every other team becomes a fucking bitch and gets scared about Jameson Williams' knee and doesn't draft him, so he falls to 21.
Okay, so if that, but like realistic, preferable scenario, I guess the right word for this.
I wouldn't mind Nakobe Dean, honestly. Add a little bit of that speed to that. He's on a little undersized, but add some speed to that linebacking core.
Well, he can lay a stick. That's why I like him.
Yeah, that too. But the speed and the agility is more what I care about. That group has gotten very old and very slow very quickly.
Jeff, what is your dream scenario for your G-Man tonight?
I'd say Neil at 5 and Kayvon at 7.
Okay. That's actually what I think my mock draft is, actually.
Really?
I think so. I go back and look. It's either Icky or Neil at 5, and then I have you taking a pass rusher at 7.
Okay.
Or vice versa. Either way, it's still like you guys are getting those 2 positions on it. My dream scenario for the Philadelphia Eagles, pie in the sky, is that they call the Titans up, give them the 15th pick, one of our first next year and a second next year or this year, and we get AJ Brown. Somehow throw Jalen Reagor in that deal. And then we go get like Andrew Booth with our second pick, with our late first, and then maybe go get like if he's still there, a Jobo for a dev pick for next year. But ideal. That's ideal. That's probably not going to happen. But realistic scenario, Jameson Williams or Garrett Wilson at 15, and then Andrew Booth at 18.
I like that.
I like Booth because Booth can play both man and zone, which the Eagles like to rotate. And I feel like with Darius Slay kind of guiding him, he actually might be a solid corner.
Unless Darius fucking hates him.
Well, that is also a possibility. But then we also have Zach McPherson, who actually played very well when he actually came in relief. It sucks we lost Steven Nelson, but I'm happy he went to his hometown team.
Yeah, I did see that.
It sucked, but I'm like, the dude wanted too much money for what he was worth. And it was like, it's like we go get another corner. And listen, also one other wild card, Eagles signed Tyrann Mathieu tomorrow.
That's not tonight. You said tonight, you liar.
Well, I mean, like a Jobo and Tyrann Mathieu tomorrow would be a perfect bow on the cake, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ojobo with the first is a bold strategy.
No, listen, unless you want to trade back, the only way I'd accept any team taking a Jobo in the first round is if you trade back up into the bottom 4. and just be like, fuck it, let's take a flyer on this one. I also, one bold prediction I have, I think the Bills will take a running back with their first pick.
Ooh.
That shouldn't be a bold prediction, but it is.
Well, because it's
Yeah.
like, I really think they'll take the kid at Brees Hall out of Iowa State. Or they throw a complete monkey wrench in that bitch and they take Kenneth Walker. I love the kid out of Arizona State, though. I think he's LaShawn McCoy. Like, agility, good open field speed, good catching the ball, and he just does everything right. But the problem is he gets no love because he's a Pac-10 running back. Or Pac-12 running back, sorry.
I mean,
I watched about 20 minutes of tape with him after Uke. Shout out to my boy Uke. He's got to be losing his fucking mind right now. This man wrote about 95 fucking player profiles for Belly Up, and today's the day. Also, shout out to my boy Uke for being a proud papa. He had a baby girl 2 weeks ago. Shout out to my boy Uke. My man is in Israel. Stays up until like 4 a.m. doing shows with us idiots. So, gotta appreciate the love, man. He's putting in the work for this.
The
Props to
amount
Uke.
that he writes is fucking mind-blowing.
He's a college kid, too, which is impressive.
Jesus.
This
Jeez.
man's Superman. I swear, his love of football is actually really awesome. And his mic presence, he's very good on the microphone, which a lot of writers, I'm not going to knock people, but like usually when we get writers on here for the first time, they struggle. You can handle a microphone. He's very good. He keeps you involved and he keeps you thinking. And his delivery is very good. So I was blown away the first time I had him. The only thing is his earpods, the fucking microphone is fucking terrible.
Well, yeah, they're mics on headphones that aren't like headsets are terrible all the time.
Yeah, I've called both of you before with my JBLs on. You could hear the difference.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, yeah. You're right.
But
That's
I
why
think Jeff, I think you called me while I was on a run once, and I'm like, he goes, "What you
Yeah.
doing?" I'm like, "I'm running." What the fuck do you think
Yeah.
I'm doing? But yeah, no, it's been crazy, man. The off season, like, we made it through the first half of the off season, and after this is kind of just like, this is where it gets really fucking slow for like 4.5 months, and then it's like August comes around, everything gets crazy again.
Boom.
Oh yeah, so by the way, also the corner booth will be taking a couple more. Of course, we didn't do a show Tuesday, obviously, because there was nothing to talk about really. We had the Darren Waller rumor for about 30 seconds, but that got shot down.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the hell happened with that. They were like, "Oh, we want to trade a franchise tag player." Like, you can't do that. It's not you technically, unless they sign, you cannot trade them.
Packer fans always like being delusional. It's
I
like,
thought
oh
Savannah
well.
was gonna blow a gasket because I think she loves Darren Waller more than she loves the Packers. So or at least it's tied. So if Darren Waller got traded to the Packers, I think her head would explode.
I would have paid to see her reaction when she read that none of it was true. I would have paid good money.
I don't think it
to
was.
have
It
seen
wasn't
that.
that was not true. I think it was the fact that it was like the Packers pushed for it, but it got pushed like it was happening now, and that's why I love headlines like this.
Yeah, the Packers probably were making a bunch of calls, like a desperate X or some shit.
Yeah,
And the Raiders probably like, no. Wait,
They're
how
like,
much?
Fine,
No.
let's give you a couple picks.
And then media's like, oh yeah, no, it's probably happening. I would have paid to see her face when she saw that the Raiders.
Oh my
said
god, yeah. All right. Well, ladies and gents, shout out to my man, Mr. Jeffrey Nunez, coming on, Mr. Maserati himself for Kez hosting me at night, and also this handsome bastard below me, Mr. Kev, or as he pronounces himself on the I think Lord Bellhip Kevin.
Yep.
I've only referred to him as twice. You can find Kev, of course, Quad Tailgate and Belly Up Kev on Twitter. McCorkle Stan account. That is the greatest Twitter. If you want some just great Alabama memes, just go to that account. Part of the Gump Twitter family, which, by the way, a very loving and heartfelt people. They love me, which I don't get why. They don't. Okay, listen.
They're not loving and heartfelt.
Well, at least to me, they are. Maggie, Vinny, Cruz, Bond, they love me. So that's fine. So,
fair.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Dan Maynard and the boys are kicking off next. Belly Up's draft coverage starts in 10 seconds. We hope you have a great NFL draft and a great weekend. We appreciate you stopping by. Corner Booth Podcast back on Tuesday. Peace.